Sound test, sound test. Hello, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream, guys. Hope everybody's feeling well. I'm feeling well and a little bit worried about the outcome of today's stream. This is definitely going to be funny. Yeah, so I've set myself a challenge and you guys totally supported it. So if something goes wrong, it's your fault. I'm joking. It's all fine, guys. Well, I hope everybody's well. Welcome to Total Mexico Challenge, starting in Mexican airfield. I forgot the name. It's Zaragoza something. This challenge is, I would say, I don't know, promoted by Total Mexico, which is a set of ortho scenery and airport sceneries for Mexico. Very high quality stuff and very, very good. I suggest everybody to check that out. And of course, we're going to be taking the Captain Iceman Piper Seneca 2, which is the perfect plane for the task. Today's stream is going to be focused mostly on entertainment. So we're going to dive a little bit outside of what we usually do, which is very thorough briefings, preparations, and all that stuff. That doesn't mean we won't have a small part of preparation right now in the beginning, because, well, that's still important. We need to know where we're flying, what are we doing, and what to expect. And speaking very shortly, we are expecting some real fun. So tune in until the end. My plan today is to execute 3 legs. First 2 legs are going to be part of the scenery challenge, or the Total Mexico challenge, and then the return fly back here to this airfield, which is our departure airfield right now. But the interesting thing about this airfield is that it's located at an elevation of 8,120 feet, which is incredibly a lot. Just so you guys can understand, Lukla, which is in Nepal, I know because of the slope and all that stuff, it's a more difficult airport, but still, the elevation in Lukla is 9,300 feet, so this one is only 1,200 feet lower than Lukla. So even though it doesn't look like we're extremely high, we are. In terms of kilometers, this is like 2.5 kilometers of altitude. So consider this density, altitude, temperature. This is going to be fun. And I really want to experience this approach. This approach, because we are going to only depart first from this airfield, but I really want to fly in back. So we should end the stream returning back to this place, which is basically very, very close to Mexico City. Shay TP, hey, welcome to the stream. Mexican sugar today. Well, I'm just going to say it's going to be suspicious payload, and we're going to be doing overweight stuff today just to make things even more complicated. So we're going to be using the payload system of this airplane. Also, if anybody is interested in this airplane, I made I think pretty quick and straightforward guide, flying guide and operating guide last week for this airplane. So if you really want to fly this airplane a little bit nicer, go check it out. It's in the video sections of my channel. I think it's pretty well done, and it was confirmed by Captain Iceman itself, who has 2,500 hours on the Piper Seneca. So yeah, if I am not wrong. So it's going to be definitely fun. And now, just one thing I wanted to show you guys in this scenery. If you guys watched the Seneca tutorial, we used a Mexican livery as well, and the actual plane is modeled right here. Whoops, change my keys. So here it is. This is actually the livery of the Piper Seneca we took for the flight last time. So pretty cool. Also, check this out. This Cessna 152 livery. Looks like a shark. All right, and then some other barons. This scenery, guys, by the way, this is this airport right here. This is a standalone scenery. So if you don't want to get, for instance, Total Mexico Orto, you can only get this airport as well. It's pretty cool. Really, really nice. Well done. So yeah, our airplane is parked right here, close to this November 1 Zulu hangar, or November 12. Nope. whatever that is. Close to the other Piper Seneca, we're using this black nice-ish livery, which kind of looks vintage to me. And well, we're going to start by doing what every decent pilot should do, which is to walk around and remove all the ground items, as you guys probably saw in the tutorial. And as we are already in the outside, we're going to come here and check the engine oil. Where's the stick? Here it is. So yeah, we have plenty of engine oil. This is the level. The level of the engine oil is this white bar. The maximum is right here, so we have plenty of engine oil. And I always suggest you guys to check your engine oil before you do any flights. So because we have plenty of oil today, I will be only checking the engine oil once we reach... Oh, this one has a little bit less. Nice. We're going to be checking out the engine oil just on our second destination, so after we finish the main challenge itself. Also, if you guys noticed as well, on the tutorial, I was using a 3-blade Piper Seneca. This time, we're going to be using a 2-blade Piper Seneca because, well, I don't know, it just looks a little bit more vintage-like as well. So, yeah. 2-blade Piper Seneca coming in. Let's open the door on the back to load up some stuff in the back. I don't know if that's going to be people or something else. That's up to your imagination, guys. I'm going to leave the door open as well. And I'm going to just wait out a little bit here inside the cockpit while we do a little bit of analysis and preparation regarding to what are we going to be doing. So, just as I said, guys, this is a Total Mexico challenge. We are here in Atizapan de Zaragoza in Mexico, code Mike Juliet Charlie, and we have to depart and fly to this little airstrip, which is not even in SkyVector. So I am using the screenshots that Captain Iceman gave for this challenge. We're flying to this little airstrip close to Cuernavaca Airport, which luckily has a VOR because the visibility today and the ceiling is pretty low. So I am expecting to have some blind flying today. This is going to be fun. So we're going to be landing on this strip right here. We're going to be taking off even a little bit more extra load. I'm going to assume that's going to be one extra person. And we're going to be then departing from this little strip to our final destination, which is right here in Santa Cruz Airport, which is a little bit easier to land in. At least it looks like so. I never tried it. So everything you guys are going to see today is going to be first time. And that's basically it. Interesting stuff, guys. So if we take a look here at SkyVector, you see these squares or rectangles right here. This is what's called the grid. And every grid has a minimum altitude. That means, or should I say, a safe altitude. And that's an altitude where no matter where you are inside the grid, you're going to be above 1,000 or 2,000 feet above the highest obstacle right there. So just so you get an idea, as we are going to be departing from Atizapan de Zaragoza, we're already inside a grid, which is the GMORA, or the Great MORA, minimum off-route altitude, is already 13,000 feet. The next square is 13,900 feet. Now, this doesn't mean that every elevation inside the grid is at this altitude. If we zoom in a little bit, you can see here the lines that unite the points where the elevation is the same. And we have, well, elevation here is like 8,000 feet, 9,000 feet, 8,000 feet again as well. We have 6,000 feet right here near the airport, so pretty much okay-ish. It's just that some of the highest point is somewhere around here, should be close to 12-ish or 11-ish thousand feet. So we need to pay attention to that regarding to the altitudes we're going to be flying first to avoid any controlled flight into terrain. And for that, that's why I have a couple of courses here. This is the basic heading that I want to take to intercept the radial from Mexico VOR, which is literally Mexico VOR 115.9. Intercept this radial and fly over to Cuernavaca VOR. I want to descend a little bit earlier because there is a very large road which we can take as a visual reference this one here, and do the approach into this little airstrip so that we can take less suspicion. I don't want to approach this airfield very close, but if the weather will require to do us so, well, we're going to have to do so. After that, coming up from this little airstrip, we're going to be using the Cuernavaca VOR. There is also this Cuautla VOR. I am not so sure it's going to be working or not here next plane. We're going to have to test that out because, for instance, SkyVector is showing us 1, 2, 3 VORs in that area, and we actually have them all here as well. So possibly the VORs are going to be fine. And yeah, for the second flight, of course, we're going to be following as well a radial because, well, I didn't spend the time to do any dead reckoning headings and times, calculations and all that stuff. So we're going to fly the instrument. So simply flying the outbound radial for 66 miles and then find this valley, which should be pretty easy to find considering all the terrain. We also going to be crossing this river, which should be a good visual reference. And I really hope in this area right here, we're going to be better in terms of clouds. And speaking of weather, which is the important stuff, honestly, because so far it's not looking very good. Well, if you look outside of the window, it doesn't look that bad. But if we really step outside, you can see that at the very far end, the clouds are completely engulfing the mountains. So that's not something very, very cool. I'm going to try to maintain visual references as much as I can, but, well, we're going to have to climb anyways so we don't crash into terrain. Satellite view. What can we see regarding the satellite view? I am using the visible filter. This is a windy website, and basically what you can tell by the color of the clouds is that cold clouds, which means high clouds, are whitish, like these ones. They can be either cirrus clouds, which are not a problem for us, or they could be cumulonimbus, which would be definitely a problem to us. Yellow clouds are more warmish clouds, and they should not be a big of a deal for us, except they would be obscuring our visibility because they are warm. That means they are closer to the ground. So that's basically everything we have to account for. Now, considering we are right about here, and X-Plane is drawing the weather as it is, I'm going to assume we're going to have this weather almost until Cuernavaca, which is right here. But having in mind that Cuernavaca is slightly lower than Saragossa, we should be able to descend and break out through the clouds and establish visual reference. Then finally, until we cross the river, which is right here, to this area where is the valley, should be about fine. At least I hope so. Also, we have a Cuernavaca METAR, which is pretty cool. The latest one was no wind, which is basically the trend of today. A bit less in terms of visibility, and here's the scattered layer of clouds at 1,000 feet, broken 1,500 feet, which is not fun. Then the 9,000 feet broken should not be a factor for us. Temperature 23, QNH, all fine, and towering cumulus west of the field, I guess. So, yeah, it's going to be definitely fun. Anyways, that's the minimum preparation we're going to be having for this flight. Let's start by loading some stuff with this beautiful menu here. So my weight is going to be around 159 pounds. That's fine to me. And we are going to be loading plenty of stuff right here. Not the absolute maximum, but let's load 200 pounds on each seat. I think that should be pretty fun. See, that's out of the CG already. Okay, let's do 180, and then I'm going to balance it out with the forward amount of weight. All right, let's see. We're going to need fuel as well. This airplane has already 44.4 gallons of fuel. I would love to have... What's the maximum per tank? Maximum per tank is 46.4. So to do all these flights, I anticipate we're going to need about 41. So let's go 41.4 and 41.4 on the other one. We're still outside the CG. Well, we're barely outside, like literally so close to be fine. Still not overweight, but that's okay. First flight is fine because we're going to be overweight when we depart the little airstrip because we're going to be carrying a very heavy guy. Just going to wait. I don't know how many. I'm going to put some cargo here. So we're going to be flying like this outside our second destination. But so far, we're going to be departing like this. So an aft CG, very on the limit. Now I just want to check something. If I lower the fuel as the fuel burn lowers, yeah, that should not affect our CG. So that's fine. That is fine. Let's keep the things as this is, or I should just pick this up. No, let's do like this. I'm going to assume we're going to go with an aft CG. Guys, don't do this in real life. You could die, literally. Oh, there's people in the chat. Sorry, guys. I was so focused on explaining everything that I missed you guys. Niels, welcome to the stream. The blue skies to you too. V1 rotate flight. Hello, how are you? I'm gonna definitely enjoy this flight, and I guess you guys are gonna enjoy watching me struggle. This is Total Mexico Orto, and airport sceneries is all Total Mexico as well. Raul, welcome to the stream. This Captain Iceman Seneca is awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I love this plane. Show the beauty of this virtual cockpit in night also. The cockpit lighting is really good. Oh, that's something I actually never checked. Maybe we should... Maybe, I mean... Honestly, today is not the best flight to execute some night flying because we would literally crash into terrain. So, I don't know. I'm going to see how this thing goes. But yeah, thanks for coming by, and thanks for telling about the night lighting, because that's something I didn't know, and I will be flying more on the Seneca in future streams. So definitely, we're gonna definitely need to do some IFR at night, or maybe even VFR. So yeah, Delta Tango 297, welcome to the stream. How are you? Let's deliver some sugar. Let's go. Neil, same side as the Seneca 2 is from... Yes, absolutely. I've put the link in the description. It's everything there. Everything, like literally all the scenery, all the airports, the plane is there. It's like an ecosystem, which is actually very good. Okay, so we did our loading. Let's close the doors. Don't forget to latch the doors. And I'm going to close this door as well. Latch the door. Let's open the window. It's pretty warm. And let's start from down low. Switch on the fuel selector. Trim is set for takeoff. Now we're going to be flying above 10,000 feet today. So you guys can see here, oxygen mask. This is something we're going to be using absolutely surely. Are open. Yes, they are. Alternate air is off. That is good. Now I can close this thing. I've already removed the yoke. Avionics switch is off. That's something very important to consider. And now let's go master, alternators, anti-collision on the fin, which basically means the beacon. Now we have removed all external stuff. Let's move the throttles to about... Actually, let me move this one first. 1/4. Okay, I'm going to close the window for a second. Let's prime the engines. So you guys saw this on the tutorial. I'm going to click the priming button and I'm going to monitor the fuel flow right here for 2 to 3 seconds. So 1, 2, 3. You can barely hear the fuel pump working. Let's start the magnetos. Open the window again. Shout clear prop. I'm going to close the window again. And we're going to hit the starter until the RPM hits 500. Let's go. There we go. Beautiful start. Let's control the throttle for 1000 RPM. Oil pressure is good. Very nice. V1 rotate flight. I'll be flying along with the Hilo AS 350 dispatched by the local office for the DEA. Oh boy. Are you actually on VATSIM? Because I am. I haven't submitted any flight plan because the VFR flight plans don't work anyways. And I think we don't have any ETC anyways, so. Alright, we have a good start. Let's put this to 1000 RPM. That's about right. Let's go second engine, 1/4, open. Monitor the fuel flow. 1, 2, 3. That's good enough. Switch on the magnetos and hit the start. There we go. Beautiful. Now I can sync with my throttle. Cover the magnetos. Now I'm gonna use some time to let the engines warm up. We need to have the oil temperature onto the green. So even though we are flying on suspicious cargo today, we're gonna be good pilots anyway. So 1200 on the transponder. And let's hit here the DME for Mexico VOR. So nav is gonna go on 115.9. Let's see, can we identify it? Looks like so. At least the needle is alive. Now I just want to check. Do you guys know how to make sure that the VOR is the one, or the VOR that you tuned is the one that you require? You know that every VOR has a Morse code. So you click on nav 1 and you hear the Morse code of the VOR. So you make sure that's the one. So we should hear 2 long stops, 1 short and 3 long. That's it. Very good. Now we need to set up the frequency 115.9 on the DME as well. So we get a DME reading. No reading. That's interesting. 115.9. Maybe we're partially shadowed. I don't know. Anyways, let's go set 193 on the course. That's about here. We're gonna put the boarding to the east to begin with. Should I say northeast? Because the windsock, where's the windsock? When I check the windsock, yeah, that's the wind. All right, we can close the sunshades for now. Something I want to check already. Sugar or flour, probably going north. Niels. Yeah, or something else. You know, I was actually checking what stuff does Mexico produce, because that's something interesting to know about. And well, apart from tequila, which I think is very expected for most people, they produce chocolate, and it's even like chocolate originated in Mexico or something. So that was pretty cool. So we could even say that we're flying chocolate stuff today. Now, the area though to where we are flying, I don't think it's related to chocolate production, but for video, we can assume like so. Also, we're going to be flying pretty fast today, so we are either going with 65% power or 75% power, assuming we're going to be flying first leg close to 14,000 feet. I anticipate to be at around 28 manifold pressure. I made my fuel calculations with 24 gallons, so I hope to be on the good side. Alright, so, wait, what was it again? 28. So 28 is going to be our manifold pressure for the cruise. Let me write that down. 28 manifold pressure, there we go. Chocolate. Yep. Also, let's say we don't have any weather station right here. How can we set the correct QNH? Very simple. We know the airfield elevation is 8,120. So we're just gonna scroll until that hits correctly, and I'm scrolling the other way around. 8,120. There we go. That's about right. Is it? 1026. That's a little bit off. 1026. I would honestly prefer to have 1026 set because that means we are displayed at a lower altitude. Anyways, oil temperature is slowly rising to the green. So far the rest is good. I'm gonna have to wait a little bit more. Or maybe I could just simply start taxiing. So let's go. Landing light on. Make sure left and right's clear. Release the brakes. And let's go. I was already thinking that I forgot to remove the chocks. Richard AAL, welcome to the stream. How are you? Just in time for our crazy departure. For our crazy adventure today. So my first heading is going to be around 160. That's something I need to remember. And let me just set it right here. 160 set. Am I chocked? No. I just need to add more power. Come on. Get slowly moving. Make sure to not hit anybody. So we are latched. I'm gonna taxi via this short taxiway. I need to remember that the nose wheel on this airplane is at the very front. So I need to anticipate the taxiing. This is not an Airbus where you have wheel behind you. Oh boy, it's barely producing power. This is gonna be fun. I hope we don't crash as soon as we depart, considering our slightly out of center of gravity situation. You know what? Speaking of that, let me move the trim a little bit nose down, just in case. Alright, I'm gonna use the map just to check that there is no traffic. Nope, there is no traffic. That's very good. Let's switch on the strobe lights and let's go into the runway. Transponder goes to alt, even though probably for this flight we would be going completely dark. Right, guys? Alright, clear there, clear on the final. Let's go. Oil temperature is on the green, so as soon as we hit that runway, and we're gonna do our magneto test. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I feel the pressure. And we're still not getting any DME readout, which is weird. Now I'm going to try to use as many runways as I can. Literally as many runways as I can. Going to the very, very end. Also, I really hope not to get into any thunderstorm. Oh, and I forgot to mention, guys, we are gonna be flying without autopilot because, well, this plane, even though it has an autopilot, it's broken. We're gonna say it's broken. So that's the challenge. Oh, there's an helicopter. V1 rotate fly, I see you. We already have company following us. It looks like we have problems. Alright, set the brakes. Let's go 1000 RPM. There is the helicopter following us. 1000 RPM. So let's check the feathering. Make sure the feathering works. Yep. And working good. Perfect. Now, temperature's on the green. Sorry. Yep, here and here. Let's advance the throttle to 1900. Use turbochargers. There we go, and check the magnetos. There's the drop, there's the recovery, there's the drop, there's the recovery, acceptable. Let's do left engine. Drop, recovered, dropped, and recovered. Beautiful. Let's go a little bit on idle. Make sure that the engine doesn't switch off. Nope, it doesn't. Perfect. So we are ready to go, guys. Shaking things back just for the departure. Let's use our takeoff checklist. Fuel selectors are on. Auxiliary fuel pumps are off. Alternators on. Engine gauges are checked. Mixture set. Propeller set. All full forward. Alternate air off. Cooling flaps are open. Seat backs are erect. Flaps are set, which no flaps for today. Trims are set. Fast seat belts and harness are good. Controls are good as well. Oh wait, one helicopter? Are we getting two helicopters? Oh my god, I am feeling followed. Let's go, guys. Let's go. Let's start the adventure. Stabilize the engines at 2000 RPM. They are stable. Let's go. 2500 RPM and 40 manifold pressure. Nice and easy. Watch for that overboost. No overboost indicator. Brakes released. Let's go. Power is set. Airspeed's alive. Oh boy. It's actually accelerating pretty slowly, but good. 71. Let's rotate very smoothly. It's positive climb. Gear up. Pitch for the blue line initially. There's 90 knots. Oh boy, it's barely climbing. Oof. Alright, I'm gonna assume airfield elevation 8,100. So at 400 feet AGL, that means 8,500 feet, we do our first power reduction. Switch the lights off. That's 100 knots. That's cruise climb. Let's go 38 manifold pressure. And reduce a little bit the RPM to 2,400. Lean the mixture just slightly. Perfect. Now we're gonna have to navigate. And I wanna go to the right. Very slow turn. Should I say bank angle? Let's be very careful. So far the plane is flying very good. And looks like I've already reached the ceiling, so I'm gonna maintain myself. Reaching 9,000. Let's level off at 9,000. Trim down a little bit. Reduce manifold pressure. Go for 32 first. Let's reduce the RPM. 2,200. And what was our manifold pressure for the cruise? 28. Let's go. 28 manifold pressure. Lean for maximum EGT. And we should be able to close the cowling flaps. So let's do just that. There's 9,000. Very good. We have a DME reading. Finally. Something good. Look at this, guys. The airplane is so stable. Maintaining 9,000. No autopilot. Look at this. This is beautiful. I love this airplane exactly for the hand flying. Just need to hit that trim. Now it's gonna get a little bit noisy here, so I'm gonna wear the headset. That's good. Take a look outside. Beautiful. Man, I love the scenery. It's so good. Really well done. Alright, engine temperatures. All is fine. I'm gonna fly on this heading. But I'd probably need to climb. So, how about we start to climb? Probably need to start climbing, actually. So let's go 32. Manifold pressure. RPM back to 2,350. And let's climb. Add a bit of mixture. Let's keep climbing. We need to go for 14,000. How's the temperature outside? Alright, about plus 12 for now. So I'm not going to be worried too much about raising any pitot tubes. Or actually I might be. Because plus 12 with moisture is enough to freeze your pitot tube. So let me go and pitot heat on. Bit of turbulence. And just make sure to keep climbing. I want to see if we're going to get this effect of hypoxia. I'm going to see what's what. So far, so good. The weather is not looking that bad. Just keep the climb. Need to pitch for those 100 knots. Don't be afraid of dark. Oh yeah. You know, here in the sim, sitting comfortably on my chair, I am not afraid, but in real life, I would be absolutely afraid. Okay. Still need to catch that trim. Okay, so we've passed 10,000 feet. This here looks like a good attitude. Oh, 32 on the manifold to pressure. RPM is looking good. Oh, we can even look outside. It's not that bad today. Well, I guess your call, Captain Iceman, was pretty much spot on. So far, so good. Says upon takeoff, runway is always 04. Okay. I think we took off from the right one then. Couple of clicks, trim down. Temperature is looking good, fuel looking good. Plane is behaving good, but climbing very slowly. I never saw this plane climbing this slow. It's barely climbing, honestly. Let's take a look outside. This livery looks so good as well. Am I rolling? No. Yeah, you guys see people there? Oh, we're not carrying people in the back. It's all boxes today. We're gonna be carrying one person in front. Oh, by the way, there is Mexico Airport, I think. The international one. Yep, that is it. So we should be catching the... Oh, I'm missing the name. We should be catching the radial soon. Takeoff runway is always 04. For twin engine, always land on runway 22. Okay. Probably because if you fail an engine, right, and you have that turn... Oh, no, wait. Why is that then? Yeah, we took off from 04. I'm almost 100% sure that we did. Need to watch out that climb. Let's go back to our heading. Look, we have reached 11,500 feet. We haven't catched any blackness so far, which is correct because you will not feel hypoxia as soon as you pass over 10,000 feet. So this is correctly simulated. Well done. Because I think there are some add-ons that as soon as you hit 10,000, you're gonna feel hypoxic. Camera is gonna go dark and all that stuff, which is not very correct. Also, why for the twin engine always land on runway 22? Is it because of the final turn that you're flying more straightish? Because for the runway 04 on final approach, you would need to turn quite a lot close to the ground. There's 12,000. Now we're climbing. Weather is actually looking a lot better than I was expecting. Yesterday it was very bad as well. I think even worse than today. No autopilot. Love the stability. Also running on the latest beta. Looking good. Oh my god, there's the helicopter. I didn't know the helicopters could fly this fast. Oh my god, I didn't notice this. Okay. See, I even don't know what to say. This is so cool. Man, props to you for flying the helicopter, because flying a helicopter is a lot harder than flying a plane. Oh my god. I see that. We are being followed by a federal helicopter. Well, at least I hope he's not gonna start shooting us. And I feel like the needle is coming. Yes, it's coming. Do not let FAA see this. No. It's all jokes, guys. That's the good part of flight simming. You can have as much fun as you want. This is a situation I'd probably not be doing in real life. I mean, not even probably, I would not be doing in real life. 100%. Temperatures approaching 10°C. And we are approaching our radial, which is good. Would have been there, things went south, then when I accidentally moved my heli on the map. Oof. Did you went to a cliff? Because I did that yesterday when I was taking the pictures for the stream. I literally moved the plane into a hill. That was so stupid. Oh, we are almost above the clouds. Passing 13,000. Approaching the radial. I will start a very shallow turn to the right to intercept the radial. Also, Valenta should be tracking. So far looking good. Someone flying a 787 from Madrid to Mexico right now. How boring is that? I'm joking. That's fine. Everybody can do whatever he likes. That's the cool stuff. So I want to lean the engines just a tad. There we go. 500 to go. We are absolutely spot on the radial. Temperature's looking good. Man, what a plane. What a lovely plane. Oh! Wait. Look. Are you noticing? Or is it just me? I think it's getting dark. I think it's the hypoxia starting to... yeah, it's definitely the contrast is going. Oh, let's wait a little bit, experience the hypoxia. Approaching 14,000. Yeah, it's definitely starting to get darkish. 100 to level off. Oh yeah, it's getting dark. And the helicopter is still there. That's impressive. And there's 14,000. Let's level off. A little bit of forward pressure. Let the airspeed build up. I'm going to trim a little bit nose down. set the manifold pressure to 28. About here. Let's reduce the props. 2,200. There we go. And lean the engines. It's definitely getting dark. You guys see this? So I'm getting slightly to the right of the radial. Now, we need to fly this radial for about how many miles? 38 miles. We are 17 miles in, which is not bad. We should be able to catch Cuernavaca VOR as well, probably right now. Let's try 113.9. Let's see if this works. Yep, there we go. We've got Cuernavaca VOR. That is great. We can fly straight to it. Trim a little bit. Shade TP, good night. Stay good. And I forgot to close the cowling flaps, of course. Also, do you guys notice the airplane flight model takes into account whatever cowling flaps you are using outside. So if you deploy one of them, you can see the airplane starts yawing. So that's really cool. All right. Let's go a little bit to the right. And I'm climbing like hell. All right, let me wear my oxygen mask because I am feeling dizzy. Let's return back to 14,000. Set 28, manifold pressure. There we go. There we go. My senses are coming back to me. Trim the aircraft properly and align here the orange course. Nope, keep descending, please. Looks like we went into a cloud and there is a pretty nice thermal in it. Ah, shitty you meant you meant the hypoxia starting to kick. Oh, okay. I thought you were going. Oh boy. How innocent. Also, guys, we're going to be absolutely doing a glider flight sooner or later, because I've been exploring gliders for some time in X-Plane, and I never did a live with the glider, and that's something very, very cool. I think that's something that everybody should try. There we go, approaching 14,000. And let me change here to 113.9 on the DME. A little bit of turbulence. There we go, 13 miles out. So 13 miles out, let me see on the map. We should be over a little city when we reach 7 miles. So when we reach 7 miles, I am gonna start descending.
Piper 1, this is Coke 1. We are watching you.
Oh no, we don't hear anything. Where is he? I mean, we are so into the clouds. This is so good, guys. Yeah, see the turbulence? Still no autopilot, but flying within the limits. Love this plane. All right, 11 miles. This was a very short flight. And I would start descending. Now, what elevations do we have there? 4,000. Our airstrip has an elevation of 3,900 feet. So I think I can pretty surely start a very slow descent. So let me reduce a little bit the manifold pressure to like 24. Do a couple of clicks of trim nose down and let it start descending. There we go. We have some terrain. Actually, not some terrain, but I see some ground. That's what I wanted to say. How about we turn into the open and we try to descend under visual conditions, because that latest METAR was definitely showing that there was a broken cloud layer at 1500. There we go. I'm gonna drop the manifold pressure a little bit to 20. Ha, perfect. Very good. And this is the big road. We gotta follow this big road, and the strip is located at one of these bends, like right here. So maybe it's even... Oh, there it is. That's right there. There we go. So we're very high. Let's put the throttles to idle. Now that we are descending, I'm gonna pull my oxygen mask off. Oh man, look, we literally have an opening from the clouds to make a good approach. How good is that? Also, I wasn't anticipating this flight would go so quick. Alright, I'm gonna line up myself with the road, and then what I'm gonna be doing is I want to join a left downwind for that runway, because I want to align myself and check the terrain, and from that point on I'm going to do an approach. The wind should be light and variable, or even close to 0. That's, by the way, Cuernavaca Airport, so we're keeping well out of it. That's cool. Shay TP, Portugal scored. Ah, that's why I heard some screams from my neighbors. Thank you for letting me know that everything is okay with them. Light Vision, welcome to the stream. Just in time for our first approach. I'm gonna put myself to the right of that road. Descending nicely. Now I could slow down and put the gear down, but at this rate of descent should be absolutely fine. And the visuals are so good. Man, look. The scenery, the plane fits perfect. All right, past 7,000. Descending like a rock, which is something I like. And now I want to start to slow down to 125, put the gear down to slow us down even more. Let's remove the headsets, and I'm going to click on the landing lights on just because this is going to be easier for me to operate. That is 125. Let's go gear down. Flaps 10. Let's go props and mixture full forward. And we're going to be aiming for 100 knots here. 5,000 feet. Let's keep the descent. Actually, no, we're going to stay at 5,000. 800 or 900. Yep, that's it. 1000 AGL. That's looking good. Alright, where is the field? There it is. Did you guys saw the field? That's where we're gonna be landing. I need to stop descending. Apply a bit of power. Let's climb back those 100 feet. There's the airstrip. So let me open my cowling flaps. want to put the runway in my wingtip. Recover a little bit of that altitude. We have a mountain right there we need to pay attention to. Okay, now we are joining downwind. Alright, to beam the threshold. Let's fly straight now. Now we need to put ourselves in a 45 degrees to the airstrip. See, there's the threshold. Let's pull flaps 20 and go for 90 knots. There's 90 knots. Maintain the 90 knots. Trim. There's almost 45 degrees. And can start turning. Reduce a bit of power. I'm gonna want to maintain a descent rate of about 500 feet per minute. And I want to keep that turn. Because we are fairly close. And that strip is barely visible. Whoops. There it is. You see it? Right here. Very difficult to spot. I'm going to turn inbound. And I feel like this is fast. Okay, slide overshoot, that's fine. Let's keep going. Let's go flaps full. Keep the 90 knots. As a strip. Streaming the aircraft. Minus 500 feet per minute. I feel a little bit... No, actually I feel okay. Okay, gear down, flaps full, props mixture good, cowling flaps open, landing check complete. Oh boy, this is gonna be funny. I am slightly afraid of that tree right there. You guys see the tree? That's why I want to stay slightly above. And they even have a displaced threshold. Oh boy. Diving a bit. Oof, that was a bit too much energy. Let's stop. My pedals, I'm sorry, they're not very good. But we landed. Oof. Oh my god, this was stressful. I thought I'd be going out of the runway. I need to get better pedals. Ooh. Okay, let's go flaps up. One of the lights off. This goes off. And we go. Transponder standby. No, I think I was slightly more than minus 116. I'm gonna see though. Oh boy, that was stressful. And here's the helicopter. Come on. So we're gonna be shutting down just one engine on the right on purpose to let the other person in, and we're gonna continue our flight off to our next destination. So I'm gonna suppose the guy is gonna be stopping right here. So let's just stop here, set the brakes, lights off, leave the beacon on. Now I will disconnect the avionics for a brief moment, and we're going to be shutting down engine number 2. Leave the other one at 1000 RPM, that's important. There we go. That is good. Let me switch the magnetos off on that one. Open the door. Let the guy in. Let me see. Can I adjust the weight? Yes, I can. Oh boy. Look at the helicopter. Man, V1, you are doing such a good job flying this helicopter. This is insane. Damn, that's really good skill. Alright, here comes the big guy. He's gonna be very big. And he brought some tools with him. Like a lot of tools. By the way, I think we were above maximum landing weight as well, so that was pretty intense, should I say. Landing was minus 167, which is not that bad, actually. See, this was our approach, not bad. Nice departure, nice radial following, then the descent into the visual range, following the road, entering the circuit, slight overshoot here at the very end, and a nice approach. This was good. Oof. Okay, so guys in. Let's close the door. Yeah. And I need to close here and latch it there. Sure, it's latched on the back. Yes, it is. Alright, I can go mixture full forward again. Throttle to about 1/4. Let's prime it. 1, 2, 3. Good enough. And I'm gonna hit the starter. Till 500. Oh, I can't hit the starter. Why? Ah, wait, I forgot to switch on the magnetos. Well, and here we go. And there's a good start. There we go. Alternator is back on. Let's go avionics on. Niels, they updated the... Oh, actually, wait. V1 rotate flight. Cohen CM AS350. Explain 12 latest beta as well. Good fun flying along. That's awesome. They updated the AS20 to 50 or to explain 12. You need to add more power as you're going uphill. Okay. Thank you for the note. Iceman, we will be doing. Transponder to stand by. And now I want to check real quick. 116.3. Uh, 116.3. It's not catching anything here, but maybe it will from the air. I'm gonna have to check that later. So we're gonna be using for now the Cuernavaca VOR. Also, we have the 113.1. Let me check 113.1. Maybe this one is gonna be better. Yep, I prefer to go 113.1. 6 miles out. Perfect. And then a course of 140. Let's set that up. How long is the second leg? It's 66 minutes, so maybe about 25 to 30 minutes. Alright, let's cover this up. Landing lights coming on. Anti-collision, and this is going on. Let's set the pitch trim slightly nose down. Actually, no, we're within CG limits, so trim is set for takeoff. Rest is good. Make a couple of checks. That is all fine. Brakes are released. Let's go. Oh boy, this terrain, physics. Do I need to really add that much power to get going on terrain? Damn, that's a lot. Come on. Anybody in the chat flies gliders? They are so cool. I flew from Queenstown to Milford Sound during the week with a friend with custom weather, and it was really good. Like, gliders are so good, and your hand flying gets so much better as well. All right, QNH is so far correct, so I'm gonna be maintaining that. We gotta do a glider flight, like maybe in the Alps or New Zealand or something, because it's just amazing. Once again, I'm gonna be using full runway. Just making sure props, make sure are full forward, cowling flaps are open, flaps are up, trims are set, doors are latched, lights are on, rest is good. Neo's got one from the store. Which one did you get from the store, by the way? Because there is one from the store which is like a Shark something 18 meters. And that's a very interesting glider because it's a high performance one. And I'm gonna be stopping. No, keep going. Trying to help it out with differential braking. Alright, here we go. Back into the tarmac. Line up. Stop. Second leg. Here it comes. Let's go. Off to 2000 RPM. Engines are stabilized. Also, by the way, we're going to be flying at least or close to 10,000 feet. We're going to see how the weather will allow us. And our departure is going to be straight ahead to the left. Let's go. Full power. Watch for that overboost. Brakes release. Power set. Airspeed's alive. There's the helicopter. I wonder, will we have any wake turbulence from it? Because we should. 71, rotate. Oh boy, come on, gear up. Pitch for blue line. Oh man, that was close. Did you see that palm tree? You know what? I'm gonna be turning to the right because of the terrain. Or never mind, we can do it. 10 degrees of bank. S400 AGL, 38 on the manifold pressure. RPMs to 2,400. Oh man, this plane is a rocket. Lights off. 10 degrees of bank, let's keep... And I'm gonna try to keep myself below the clouds, which is probably not gonna happen. Well, we're gonna try. It's 1,000 feet AGL. I really don't want to go into the clouds. By the way, something I forgot to turn off was the pitot heat. We'll turn it off now. Right, let's lower cruise, climb 32 manifold pressure, lower the RPM. I'm gonna have to go into the clouds. Probably. Well, so be it. Let's keep climbing. Power is set, rest is good. Let's lean the engines slightly. Plenty of fuel still. Here comes the turbulence. I really hope that's not some severe weather. No, doesn't look like. But it's not funny. I don't like this turbulence. Okay, I have an idea. I don't want to fly into turbulence. Let me reduce the power. Let's do manifold correction, RPM 2200. Let's descend back. And let's see how long can I fly. At 5,000 feet. Close the cowling flaps. Power is good. Let's wear the headset. Lights are off. Maybe enjoy a little bit more scenery. Oh boy, look at that turbulence, nasty. Alright, so the clouds are close to 5,400 feet. Let's maintain ourselves at around this elevation, altitude correction. .28 on the manifold pressure. Lean the engines for peak EGT. I just want to trim the aircraft and follow the radial. We've accelerated a lot. Yeah, that cloud was very dark. Glad we didn't go into it. And whatever you are writing, I do not understand it. So please, if you want to comment something, speak in English. Also, you wrote twice the same thing, so I am gonna delete one of your comments. Flight Vision to Payware, Shark is not worth it in your opinion. Thank you. That's actually very good to know, because I was curious about it, because it's a high performance one, so you probably fly faster and stuff, which is a little bit more interesting. Well, because you can get to places quicker. But yeah, I was not really amazed by the 3D model, and I care more about the physics, but the 3D model was like, I don't know. Here's the radial. Now we need to maintain the radial for 66 miles until we reach our second destination, and then we're gonna load the plane, probably even slightly more, or we're just gonna keep this weight and return into Saragossa for probably the most, or one of the most difficult approaches we're gonna have. Also, I have a very big mountain in front of me, which means we're probably gonna have to climb into the clouds. Anyways, we'll see. So far, temps, pressure is looking good. Oh yes, I remember. I checked the explained reviews, and they wrote that you can't adjust the CG, and that's something that puts me really off. 3D model just makes it more disappointing. Yeah. All right. Well, you know, there is I think the explained default glider is pretty good. And then there is an add-on, two add-ons actually, from Adrian, I think. He made an improvement for the Shark, one of which is the normal one without the engine, but he put stuff like a tablet with the CG and the weights and all that stuff, which is really, really good. And then he made a second version with an electric motor, which is a really good one. So if you prefer to take off on your own, or you're just learning to glide and you didn't manage your energy very well, you can deploy the electric motor, and that's really cool. So yeah, I enjoy a lot those models. And also staying low looks like it paid off. Look, now we can climb a bit better. So let's set climb power 32 on the manifold pressure. Need to add a bit of mixture. Set the RPM 2350 and start to climb, because otherwise we'll not be able to pass that mountain. Adrian, SK21 is good, but not adjusted for X-Plane 12? I think it is. He did an update for X-Plane 12, actually. Both of those. I know there was a version for X-Plane 11, but It did an update for X-Plane 12 as well. And it looks pretty good to me. At least flies very good. CG is there. I don't know. There is nothing I can comply. Yeah, we need to repeat that flight into Milford Sound and back to Queenstown or whatever. It's just so beautiful. Yeah, you check that out. Check the NH Adrian ASK21 because it was updated for X-Plane 12, absolutely, and it's very good. Oil temperature is fine, oil pressure is good. Cylinder head temperature is a little bit on the high side, so let's open the cowling flaps, probably because we added a bit of power. Let's cool down the engine a bit. There's Captain Iceman. Yes, you took off from 04. Oh, that's good. Could you tell me, please, what's the why the twin engine always makes the approach for runway 22 instead of going for 04 as well? Because it looks to me more logical to go for 04 as well. Ah, okay, here we go, the explanation. Runway 04 for twin engine is too critical because of the speed and the runway is going downhill. Ah, okay, now I see. Thank you for the insight. And also, we used to fly without oxygen all the way up to 13,500. Whoa. Did you feel anything? Because I've never experienced above 10,000 feet. My maximum on a non-pressurized airplane was 9.5, I think, or 8.5. I think it was 9.5. Yeah, 9.5 thousand feet. Past 6.5. Terrain looks good. Let's climb to 7.5 and keep ourselves there. I love this plane. It's a very short final. Oh yeah, that's for sure. There we go. Cylinder head temperatures are a lot better now. There we go, trim the airplane. Let's leave it. It's gonna climb on itself. Let's take a look outside. Man, what a lovely place to fly. Delta Tango 297, how far are the emojis? Oh man, unfortunately, quite on the same spot. The only thing I did so far was write ideas. I never got a seat to really draw them, which is a shame. I know, I'm very sorry for that. But I have so much going on that for now I prefer to keep posting all the videos and do the live streams and all that stuff. And once I get a little bit of fresh time, I'm gonna stick to doing those emojis. I didn't forget. Iceman, in X-Plane 12.1, hypoxia starts getting barely at 13,500. Oh, so they did update that. Cool, finally. Finally, they did that. Yeah, but Delta Tango, I really want to do the emojis. I really want to do them. I think that's a great idea. And I think we have plenty of puns here on the channel already to at least make 5 emojis, which is my goal, because I think you need... Yeah, it's like they require you to have subscribers, members of the channel, that's the word I was looking for, to add more stickers. So it's like you can upload 5, then you get 2 members of the channel, and then you can upload, I think, 2 more, and then goes the rest. That's 100 to go. Let's pull the power back. Let's level off. Let's pull the prop back. 28 manifold pressure. Oh boy, I'm descending. I didn't want to start descending, sorry. I pulled the props too much back. There we go. Now I can lean the engines, and now I can close the cowling flaps to decrease the drag, and so maintain ourselves nicely into this altitude. Now I'd love to know the updated QNH though. Now that we are starting to accelerate, we need to pull the nose slightly down to counteract the excess lift. Don't climb too high after the valley. Mexico terrain makes a huge drop to 5,000 feet. Alright, well, yeah, we're gonna stop right here. I don't want to climb much higher than this. Temps are good. Just need to find a spot for the trim, and we are set. Look at this. Mom, I'm flying no hands. With no hands. Beautiful. Love the colors as well. Why do I feel like we are climbing? Because we are climbing. There we go. Impressive. Are we still overweight, or did we burn enough fuel? Nope, still overweight. And we're flying 26 miles out, so almost halfway to go. Very nice. Pressure is good. I think I can lean the engines just a little bit more to squeeze out that extra gallon. That's about right. Nice on the radial. The winds are so low today. This is very good. But yeah, emojis will come. They will. I really want them to. Just need some time to think, to design. And yeah, basically that's it. Because it's something which is actually a little bit complicated, because an emoji is something that has to be very simple visually, but yet it has to be very quick and understandable. And sometimes, and doing that sometimes is the most complex task, because simple and easy to understand is difficult to make. Man, look at this plane. It's just sexy. It's looking good. So good in strain. And I feel like I'm drifting left, because I am. Yeah, I can just chill here. Look, we have used a bit of oxygen. I feel like the needle moved, maybe just slightly. Not enough to really notice, but still. It did. 31 miles. Once we reach 33, that's halfway. What's our ground speed? Can I see ground speed? 154 approximately. Not bad. And about 12 minutes to go to our destination. Now, last time I checked the winds, once I was preparing myself for the flight, the winds were coming from south. So, as soon as we see the valley, we can start slowing down and get down as well, descend. The Santa Cruz Airport has an elevation of 3,100 feet. 116 feet. We can assume this is going to be 3,100. So our circuit altitude should be 4,100. I'm going to execute a visual approach again. And then taxi, shut down the engines. Reload plane. You guys decide. Do I get to pick up more load or not? And we're going to fly back straight to Saragossa. Man, I can't remember the name. It's so simple, but still so... Atizapan de Saragossa. We're gonna fly straight back to there, and that's gonna be an interesting return flight. Slightly climbing here. I don't want to. Let's keep ourselves down on the radial. Whoa, look at this drop right there. And we should be able to see the river at... how many miles? At 44 miles. So a visual reference would be the river at around 44 miles, so that's 8 miles to go. Probably it will be right there. Wow, look at this terrain. This is so cool. Wait, don't tell me this is the river. I think not. No, that's not it, I think. 37.8. Or maybe that's actually it. But we shouldn't be flying completely abeam the river, so my guess is this is something else. And it's not the big river that we see on the charts. But we're gonna see anyways. I'm just enjoying the flight. You guys see, we are still flying without autopilot. It's not difficult, it's just you need to trim the aircraft properly, set the power that you need to set, and that's basically it. $40 miles. So the river should be at around 40, at around 4 miles. Here is a river. Maybe that's it. And then there should be a little valley on the left side. Probably it's this one. And then if we follow that valley, that should get us to the place we need. And we are gonna have some terrain up to the 6,000 feet. Should be no factor for us. So far, so good. Yeah, there's the river. Or maybe not. No, 42 miles. That's not it. Keep looking outside. Need to use this time to take some screenshots because the terrain is looking so good with this plane. I love it. Yeah, that's some pretty high terrain. I'm basically not touching the pitch right now, just doing some left and right aileron corrections to keep ourselves in the radial. Oh, I also wanted to check the other frequency. What frequency was it? 116.3, I think. Yeah, 116.3, because 116.3, correction. Yeah, 116.3 would be easier for us to fly back. Yeah, looks like it works. Good. Very good. Let's keep flying. So we've crossed 44 miles, so after all, I think that was it. That was the river. Yeah, looks like it. Or maybe this is it. Guys, look at this terrain. Isn't this beautiful? We need to take some screenshots right here, because this looks amazing. I really like it. Okay, so maybe that's the valley for Santa Cruz. Whoops, sorry. That should be the valley. The airport is about on the middle of the valley. So if we come in to the very start, let me show you. If we come in from here, because we're flying from here, we're gonna see the city of Huamuxtlan. I don't know how to read this, I'm very, very sorry. We should be able to see the runway pretty nicely. And we're gonna have about 4,000 feet to lose until the airport, which should be no big deal to do. So that looks like a good plan. You guys, what do you guys think? I'm pretty sure that's the valley. And then it's gonna be some city, some village, I don't know. Look, I love when the airplane catches some sunlight or somewhat sunlight, and then there's a cloud shadow in the ground, so it makes the airplane pop. It's a lot brighter, and that gives a really good effect. Nice Piper. Yeah, this is literally the entrance to the valley, so the airfield should be right there. Good stuff. Very good stuff. So we are approaching our final destination. 11 miles to go. Still on the radial, still no autopilot, we don't need it. Let's do a quick fresh breath of oxygen before the approach. We're gonna finish our first delivery of our suspicious cargo. Yeah, that's definitely the valley. That might be Santa Cruz village. So the airfield should be probably right here. I'm gonna continue straight here, straight ahead, to give myself a little bit of space instead of going this way. And then as soon as I see the runway, I'm gonna start descending. We might actually start descending right now. Very slowly. I'm gonna just pull the power back to 25. Let the airplane start very gently to go down. Like this. Minus 500, a couple of clicks of trim. That is good enough. Look at that valley, isn't that beautiful? And now I just need to find the airfield. Now, why has the airplane stopped climbing? Because we decreased the power, right? So at that speed, the airplane didn't have enough energy to keep us on the altitude. But then, as we started to descend, it gained enough speed to generate enough lift, so it went up again. And that's exactly why it went up. And there's the runway. You guys see it? That's the runway. We are in. Let's go decrease the power even more. This is going to be a beautiful approach. Whoop. That was a bit laggy. Oh boy, look at this scenery, guys. You guys enjoy this. This is amazing. Let's switch off the headset. Power to idle, or close to idle. Pull the nose up a little bit. Let's decel, put the gear down because we are pretty close to that airfield. We want 125 on the speed. And come on, almost there. Gear down. Props and mixture full forward. Flaps 10. Gonna open the cowling flaps. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Look at this valley. Oh my god. Let's go landing lights on. Let's do some external shots. Are you kidding me? Look at this. Amazing. Alright, this approach should be easier. Let's maintain the 100 knots. Now we're gonna do a straight in, so we don't have that separation as I did on the tutorial, where you can clearly see the difference that, well, we're joining downwind, we're turning base, all that stuff, so you know where to place your flaps. Here we have to account on a little bit different way. So for instance, I'm going to assume I'm approaching my base turn right now, and I'm going to pull flaps 20 and go for 90 knots. Now the gear is down, locked in 3 greens. We are approaching final, and we are about 1,000 feet above. A little bit high, but we're gonna correct that, no problems. Let's go flaps full. We are on final. Landing checks, gear, props, mixture, cowling flaps. Gear and flaps, lights are on. We are good to land. Now just need to trim the plane, maintain the 90 knots. Find our nice glide path here. I feel comfortable like this. Minus 500 feet per minute, looking good. Man, look at this, this is so lovely. The scenery is amazing. Keep an eye on the speed. I want the 90 knots. Oh, so beautiful. Bit wet runway. Over the threshold, cut the power. Protect the nose. Let the airplane land itself. There we go. Gonna let it roll, flaps up. Slow on the brakes, very slow on the brakes. Oh, my rudder pedals are not very good for this task. Nice. Oh. Switch off one of the lights. Let's turn back. We made it. Oh boy. Captain Iceman said for such weight and a short runway, use flaps 10 for takeoff. Okay. I've read the POH, and the only thing that they were saying there, for short runways, I think they were writing flaps 25. So I didn't want to use... Oh, there's the helicopter. V1 is still with us. Oh man, look at this. This is an amazing shot. Are you kidding me? This is almost movie-like. Niels, yeah, this looks like one of those strips from Total Mexico. So good. So So we're gonna shut down engines on this one. Look at that mountain, by the way. Isn't that amazing? Do you imagine, guys, landing here in real life? It's probably insane. Alright, let me see. Fan is already on. So I'm gonna leave that for 2 minutes. Am I turning well? Yes, I am. Switch off anti-collision lights. And let me see, there is a helicopter platform here for V1 to land. If he has the Total Mexico scenery, and I'm gonna be parking right here. Just need to do a turn. Oh man, look at this. This is just lovely. And there we go. Let's stop here. Maintain 1000 RPM. Landing lights off. Or taxi lights off, should I say. Transponder is already off. Avionics off. We were given 2 minutes. Let's reset the trim meanwhile. Switch off the nav lights as well. Can latch. And let's shut down. There we go. Close the magnetos, close the beacon light, alternators, and master off. Oh, wait. There we go. Shut down the fuel. Very good. Very good stuff. Let's open the door on the back as well, so the guys can get the product. And we're gonna take a look outside. Look at this. V1 has landed as well. Beautiful. I'm gonna take a picture for this. V1, do you have the scenery? Can you move yourself into the helicopter platform? That would be perfect. It's literally move yourself 10 meters to your right. You would be perfectly on the helicopter. Also, the sounds of the helicopter are pretty good. Oh, there he goes. Probably goes a bit to the right. I'm gonna keep this view so you can see where are you going. Yeah. Yeah, almost there. Oh man, helicopters are difficult. Okay, now we'll be checking Volanta. What was the guess for this landing? Anybody? Ooh, ShittyP wished me good luck. Guess minus 145. Well, this time I greased it. Minus 58. So let me show you. Awesome. V1 parked the helicopter perfectly. Now I'm still wondering, is he gonna be... Yeah, he's going there. At least I think he's going there. That's why I don't want to cover him trying to land. I'm gonna show Volanta right like this. So first departure out of Atizapán de Zaragoza. Here's the flight, here's the approach. There's our nice departure. Following the radio. Look at this, huh? All by hand. Awesome, V1. Well done. V1 just landed in the helicopter platform perfectly. Oh boy. Uh-oh. Oops. I think this didn't go well to plan. Anyways, we're gonna cover this thing. And nice radial following with a nice visual approach and a minus 58 landing. This was good. This was very nice. Oh no, V1, no. Oh. Piper 1 is gonna fly back from Santa Cruz. Now the funny thing is actually this airfield and the other one, the airstrip, is located in Valenta, which is impressive. You guys shot in our tail rotor. Oh no! Oh no. RIP. But guys, just check out this strip. When I was installing the scenery for the stream, I mean, look at this place. Isn't this amazing? This could be actually a good place to fly gliders as well. Probably get some good lift on this ridge. So it could be a good place to practice. Man, look at this place. This is so good. This will be on FlySim Best YouTube channel. Oh man, that was great. I'm taking a picture and I'm continuing. Let's go. Let's go inside. So, the real question arises. We are now below maximum takeoff. We still have plenty of fuel, which is good. That means I'm flying fairly economical. How many gallons did we take? 39, right? We took 30. No, we took more than that. 41 something. We took 41.2, I think, on both sides. 41.2 times 2 minus 60. So we've burned so far 22.4 gallons of fuel. I feel like I'm flying economically. And the question arises, are we going to exceed again the maximum payload or not, guys? Or are we going to return like this? Actually, you know what? Yes, let's do 200 pounds on the center. And let's put this one full as well, like this, 100 pounds. Oh boy, this is gonna be extreme. Can I pull it even more? I can, but that's probably not a good idea. 300 on this one, 160, yeah. Yeah, let's fly like this, guys. This is gonna be fun. Oh my god. Alright, that's done. We have enough fuel. We have 60 gallons. We need 54 gallons for the return flight according to my calculations. So that is more than enough. Let's close the doors. Let's get going back to Saragossa. Oh, by the way, I need to replan all the headings. By the way, guys, also you can close the doors from the outside, and we have this very nice hatch door. Take out all the good stuff and put some good stuff back there. We can close and latch the door from the outside as well. So here we go. And one thing before the flight, I'm gonna take a coffee first. Let's imagine I'm gonna go take a coffee. Oh, there's a helicopter. This is a different one. And it's a police helicopter. Oh boy, we got terminated. We got terminated. All right. We need to go real quick into Sky Vector. And I need to basically do this. And I need to delete this. And I need to come here and delete all of this. And now I need to plan this. No. There we go. And now, the quickest route would be via this VOR, 116.3. Then we could actually fly this VOR out to Tizapan de Saragossa, because there is this large mountain we will have to circle it around to land to runway 22. So this should be actually a good radial. Let's keep the route simple. 63 miles, radial 339, basically direct to the VOR. And then 52 miles, 328 over to Saragossa. This looks good. Niels, well, I'm in a civilian AW109, but okay, never let facts ruin a good story. That's it. That's it. X-Trident, absolutely recommendable, possibly the best heli on any platform. Is it payware or freeware? Because if it's gonna be payware, I'm gonna be waiting for other stuff, because helicopters are not my thing. I admire the people who fly them, because I really think it's something very difficult, but not the best for me. Also, Iceman is writing, don't fly too high, 7,500 feet, you are fine. That's the altitude we're going to be maintaining, and thank you very much. So, let's start the flow again. Nope, never mind. I'm going to just jump out of the window. We need to check the oil. See, we've burned a bit of oil, but we still have plenty on this side. Let's check the other one. Always make sure you have oil before doing your flight. And this side looks good. Perfect. Now we can deliver the goods. Fuel is good, trim is set. Let's go. Mixtures full forward, cowling flaps open, avionics are off. Battery and alternators are on, anti-collision on. Shout a good clear prop out of the window. Let's put the throttles to 1/4. Start with the right engine. Prime some fuel. 1, 2, 3. Good. Start the magnetos. Pull the throttle back. And until 500 RPM. There we go. Very good. We got oil pressure. Alternator is good. Let's go for the other engine. Prime for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. Good. Magneto's on. Throttle back. And away we go. Awesome. Nav lights coming on. Avionics coming on. Now we need to set the frequency, which is 116.3. We might not be catching the frequency out of here because we are in a valley. That's expected, and that should be no problem because we're gonna depart. That's gonna be fine. Do we have a windsock here? That's the real question. No, we don't have a windsock. No, that's a truck. Alright, that's fine. So the engines are still pretty warm. Oil temperature is good. So let's go into the runway for our departure for our final leg. Also, Niels, payware. Okay, a couple of real AW109 pilots joined X-Trident's forum early in the development cycle, and they were keen to provide feedback. Awesome stuff. It looks like our model match is an Airbus H145 or thereabouts. That's very good stuff. That's very good stuff. I really enjoy when real people fly the thing, come and they help develop. That's so good. So we're gonna what we're gonna be doing right now is extremely incorrect to do in real life, but because this is Mexican episodes on the channel, we're gonna be ignoring the police helicopter and we're gonna be departing with our goods. Well, apart from the police helicopter, the runway looks clear. So let's go. Man, look at the grass texture. So cool. We're gonna be departing from the same place, or from the same direction from where we landed. So this way we're gonna have a nice turn inside this valley, which is something I really want to enjoy. And Iceman told me to use flaps 10 for a short runway. I don't think this runway is that short. I think it's pretty long, so we should be fine with flaps up on this one. So yeah, transponder. Let's go transponder to alt. Now, what was the course? Approximate course? It was 33 something, 339, so 340 should be good enough. Let's set that about there. Set our heading bugs so it doesn't bother me. I forgot to switch on strobe lights. There we go. Let's turn around. Looks like it was raining here just moments before we arrived because the runway is still a little bit damp. There's the helicopter. Let's do a nice lineup. I always miss the center line. And let's stop here. Now, 1 second, guys. I want to check something. I want to check if we get the wake turbulence. Yep. See? This is very cool. We should get wake turbulence from helicopters, and in reality, wake turbulence from helicopters is very strong, and it is very dangerous for little general aviation aircrafts. Sometimes, well, at least when I was flying in real life, I really miss that. But hopefully soon, in 2 months, I should be back. We have a medical helicopter operating from our airfield, and every time it comes in or comes out, I always think of the wake turbulence that the helicopter is producing, which can be extremely strong, and it has caused an accident before, fatal accident, unfortunately. All right, very good. Let's go to 1000 RPM. That's something I forgot to do. But I'm so happy that we got the wake turbulence from the helicopter as well. That's very, very good. Let's check the feathering of the engines. This works. And this one works. Fantastic. Let's advance the throttles to 1900 RPM for our magnetos. This will do. Starting from the right, there's a drop and a recovery. There's the drop and the recovery. Left engine, drop, recovery, drop, and a good recovery. Beautiful. Switch on the other landing lights. Throttles to idle. Quick check, trim is set, cowling flaps open, props and mixture full forward. Throttle is good, lights are good. Let's go, guys. Are you ready? I am ready. Altimeter is reading good. Let's go. Stabilize the throttles at 2000 RPM. JTP, there's a YouTube video when heli crossed the close final right before I think a Cessna was landing and a Cessna flipped over midair. Yep, exactly. And Neil's saying right, flipped like it was nothing. Absolutely. Absolutely right. So, here we go. RPM 2000. Let's apply the takeoff power. Watch for the overboost. 39.5. Brakes release. Oh boy. Let's fly this heavy plane back to Saragossa. Airspeed is alive. Knots, 71. I'm gonna delay a bit and rotate very nice and easy. Positive climb gear up. Pitching for blue line for now. Trim the nose down. There we go. Beautiful. As soon as the gear comes up, it really starts to climb. That's 400. Reduced to 38 manifold pressure and 2,400 RPM. Lean the engines just a tad. Couple of clicks of trim for 100 knots. Switch off the landing lights. We are away. Now, because I am in the valley, I'm gonna maintain the 38 manifold pressure for a little bit longer, but man, just look at this. Oh man, looking so good. Inside the valley, departing. How great is this? So we're still not catching the VOR. That is fine. If so, we could go to the other one, which we are not catching right now anyways. That is fine. Niels, not a real pilot here, but in my opinion, the Captain Iceman Seneca 2 is a very well-made add-on and quite enjoyable. Oh yes. Oh yes. I have a PPL, and I was missing a lot. Some good General Aviation aircrafts. Well, apart from the Cessna. The Cessna is, of course, the golden plane of all simulators, and we have a very good Cessnas modded for X-Plane 12 as well. Let's reduce manifold pressure to 32. Reduce the props to 2,350. Lean a bit more. There we go. Oh, I think the VOR is coming to life. Yep. Nice. I'm gonna keep climbing a bit for now and then finish the turn. But yeah, I was missing because, for instance, we have the default Baron, but it's lacking something, especially on the hand flying. It's not very simple to handle. It's a bit sensitive and it's difficult to land. This one, on the other hand, is really enjoyable. And yes, you have to get this Mexico scenery. I was not expecting it to be as good as it is. It's really nice. And we just crossed really close to that terrain. Alright, I'm gonna start doing a shallow turn to the left. Because I wanna fly by the valley again. Enjoy a little bit of view. 116.3 megahertz. Yes, it is. 116.3. Oh man, look at this. This is actually the valley from the thumbnail. I took the picture from here because I think it looks so good with the river and all this stuff. And that's the runway right there. You can barely see it probably because of YouTube, but still. That's from where we departed. Oh, so good. Awesome. I'm gonna be flying over this part of the ridge so we can have a last glimpse of the airfield. And by the way, all this turn I'm doing hands off the controls. Look, the plane is flying on itself. I love it. The mesh is high resolution terrain. Haha! That's a good point as well. Alright, I'm gonna help out a bit there with aileron. Keep the turn so we don't do some controlled flight into terrain. Lovely. Alright, let's adjust the radial so we fly the most direct route possible. Beautiful. Let's fly straight here because I really want to cross the valley. Power is good, temperatures are looking good. Nice climb out. Absolutely lovely. And we are overweight. We are overweight by a good amount. Well, not a huge amount, but a fair amount, I would say. Something I'd not be feeling very comfortable to do. There's the radial, just keep straight. That's very good. Where are you headed in relation to the VOR? I am flying right now radial 335 and I am 66 miles out. Yeah, it's literally fail. But just in case you didn't see it, it's right there in big bold letters. Just in case. Then look at the view, it's so good. There's the airport. So lovely. This is a fantastic challenge. Also, we have 400 feet to go to our cruise altitude, which is going to be 7,500 feet. Are you heading towards the VOR? Yes, I am. Oh, correction, I'm not on the radial 335. I'm flying course 335. But that's the opposite. That's radial, the reciprocal one. That's radial 155, and I'm flying towards the VOR. Yes. 100 to go. Start lowering the nose. Put some trim in. Anticipate to the nose up. Reduce manifold pressure to 28. Whoa, 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 whoa. That was a bit too much. Reduce the RPM to 1,200. Do a tad of leaning. And I can close the cowling flaps. Recover quickly the altitude. There we go. Nice and stable. Now the airplane will accelerate. I'm gonna mute the wind noise. Look, there's someone flying on some big jet. Boring. I'm joking. It's all good. What matters is you having fun. And now, because the airplane is accelerating, I want to trim down. Also, we should have the valley in our back. Oh my god, look at this. Screenshot. No. Screenshot. Screenshot. I'm turning away from the radial. Lovely. Right, let's stabilize on course. Here we go. And that is set. Lovely view. I had a Grand Canyon scenery installed and that was amazing from Flyaway Simulation. Yeah, they've got some good sceneries. I have the Alps photo reel from them and it's very good as well. We actually took the first time the Seneca on the channel with that scenery. We went into Courchevel. Because it is still literally the only Courchevel that you can use, which has a barely usable slope. So yeah, I got a VOR on 116.3 to the northwest of us, though. That's it. That's it. We're going back to from where we went. Let me see on the map. Yeah, you are correct. Exactly. You've got the AAL above you. You are flying correctly. And I need to recover that altitude. Default weather, absolutely. Default and live weather. No active skies, no X enviros, no nothing. Default explain. The only thing that's add on here is the plane and the scenery. Very worthwhile. Okay, altitude is good. Temperatures are all good. Fuel flow is great. Fantastic. 55 miles to go. Strange, not sure what's happening, but your aircraft icon is pointed to me. It's pointed to the south-southeast. Well, that's not possible because I'm flying heading 335 right now. There's no way I would be going that direction. I've seen others on VATSIM exhibit the same glitch. Could be on my end. Huh, that's weird. I don't know, but I'm correct, and I'm catching you, I think. I see you. I see the other guy on the whatever it is flying. What plane is that? 737? Yep, 737, American Airlines. Still climbing a bit. It's correct. Lovely, lovely, lovely plane, lovely scenery, lovely challenge. Everybody should do it. And let me see if I can see you. At what altitude are you, Niels? Oh, wait, I see you. Never mind. There you are. It's very difficult to catch you. There you go. I'm just flying straight to the VOR, and my next plan is to go on radial 330, approximately, or 3... I have 328, but probably gonna go into a different radial. 8,000 feet. Okay, I'm at 7,500. I'm gonna maintain this altitude. 140, let me see what's my ground speed. 165, not bad. Looks like we have a tailwind here. Very slight tailwind. Which actually makes total sense. Oh, look at that. Screenshot. Man, what a lovely plane. Also, let me check, is Volante tracking correctly? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Good stuff. It looks like the weather has cleared a bit. I think that's all work of Captain Iceman, because he told me to keep the live weather. I was really skeptical because it looked... Some places had thunderstorm warnings, and you guys... I shown you on the beginning of the stream, Cuernavaca had some towering cumulus, which was the first place we stopped. Right now it has 0 wind, 10 miles visibility, scattered at 1,500, with towering cumulus, broken at 9,000. Temperature of 25, QNH of 3009. What do we have now? Oh well, this is QNH, never mind. Soundhouse 500, descending makes sense in view of our flight. Okay. So I'm going to try to maintain a visual separation from you, so I don't come and crashing into you, into your back, especially because you are a police helicopter. So I'm going to be looking outside. There you are. Also, what speeds are you flying? Because I have no idea what airspeed you guys can maintain. Thank you, Iceman. Actually, we should say nice job to you, because the plane is amazing, the scenery is fantastic, everything is so good. I think the community should be thankful for you. I'm gonna be posting a bunch of screenshots as well. later from this flight. Well, at least the ones I took. This is a screenshot potential. Ooh, like this, this, and this. Bingo. Right, still on the VOR. We've got some up drafts and down drafts on this part. 135. Oh, you typed that into the VATSIM client. I didn't notice. Oh yeah, you did. I think I have the messages notification switched off. That's right. Delta Tango 297. Well, I suggest very much to get this plane because it's really cool. Great to hand fly. And it's great to have a good situational awareness and to learn to fly by the needles, by the old way, without the GPS and all that stuff. Very good. It has the GPS if you really want it, but you don't need it, just like today. And it's just such a joy to fly. I don't know. Great modeling as well. It's not heavy on the frame rates. Has some cool liveries. I need to get that toucan. I made a livery, guys. Let me show you. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you guys a livery that I made that I kind of want to rework on the registration because I think there is some character missing there. Let me see output screenshots. I think I have a couple of screenshots of it. Not the best screenshots, but good enough. Just need to maintain. No. A rip. I don't have screenshots of it. Really? Looks like I deleted all of them. No, that's really annoying. Anyways, I have to work on that livery still. JTP, was the issue either weather resolved in the latest beta? Oh, the one where we had the lag with the weather? I think so. I never had that problem again on the newer betas, and this is the release candidate 1. So far, so good. Really going smoothly. So, I really can't complain. Org store, take my money. Yes, except Delta Tango. It's not on the org store. It's in Jetstream website. The links are in the description of the stream if you want to check out. Make sure to go to the correct place because you have a Piper Seneca, whatever. You have a Piper as well, like this one, on the org store, but it's not this one. It's from Coronado, I think, or some other developer, and it's outdated completely and not supported for X-Plane 12. So don't spend your money on the wrong thing. So yeah, get the correct one. And there is an oil mini game included. Flight Vision oil mini game? What do you mean? Is this another Easter egg that I didn't know about? We're getting into some clouds. What's the temperature? Plus... yeah, it's above 10. Okay, fine. Yeah, Niels is correct. They have... the Captain Iceman has a different store. So make sure to buy the correct Piper Seneca. You saw that, guys? We've reached the cloud. Boom, thermal. 100 feet up. This is very realistic. Very, very realistic. Let's go back to our altitude. Yeah, when I was streaming with the 747 Sparky, we were flying from New York, I think, from New York to Louisville, I think it was, on the newer version of Sparky. I was experiencing constantly drops to like 15 frames per second or even 10 out of nowhere and constantly on the cruise, on the approach, on the departure. It was really a mess and really annoying. And I think ShayTP said that it might be related to weather. And as soon as I switched off the weather updating, it stabilized. So yeah, but I haven't have. Oh Jesus, my English, sorry, just went out of the window. I haven't had this problem anymore so far. So that is it. That's really good. I think though they still need to update and optimize a little bit the performance. It's still lacking sometimes. And honestly, I think with this latest 12.1, the clouds sometimes, I feel like they are worse than on 12.9. In some cases, not always, but in some cases I feel like. Delta Tango, no problem. Tell us if you get it. Tell us if what are your opinions on it. I'm really curious about it. Ah, I mean the Seneca oil Tamagotchi that you need to feed. I got it. I got it. Right, you actually got two then. You actually got two Tamagotchis to feed. Look at this, still on autopilot. The only thing, correction, still without autopilot. The only thing I need to do is to use one of my fingers to adjust the bank to follow the radial. So good. And sometimes to pull a little bit the plane. I love this. Lightroom made a deal with the developer of lossless scaling. I got that app. I got it. I actually had like some money lying on Steam, so I bought the lossless scaling. But the problem is, yes, you kind of get the 60 or 70 frame rates that they tell, and it is amazing. But you've got one problem, and that's something that I didn't find anybody speaking about, which is if you have a really low performance computer or you're literally running into frame rate problems like I did, the simulator is still running at whatever frame rate it is outputting. So if the simulator is flying at 20 frame rates and the program is outputting 60, let's say, that is going to feel different if your simulator is going to be outputting 30 and the program is going to output the same 60. So even though you're going to see the 60 frame rates, the feel of the plane, the speed of the things happening and all that stuff is going to still linked to the frame rate of the simulator. And that's a really important thing that nobody talks about so far, at least that I've noticed. And that's a big consideration because, for example, we use Xpilot for VATSIM, right? It has that limitation of minimum 20 FPS, otherwise it will kick you out of VATSIM all the time. So yeah, you start the program, you get your 60 FPS, but if your sim drops below the 20s, you're gonna get kicked out anyways, and you're gonna feel the lower frame rates even though you see a 60 frame rate image. So that's not like a miracle problem solver. Yeah, and actually that's why I kind of forgot about it. Right now I have 26 frame rates on this settings. It feels good, it feels fluid. I really don't want to up them right now, but I need to check. Another thing, another downside of using that program, that might be user error on my side, but still, it's something I need to explore. For instance, I have two monitors. So I am using this monitor right here to fly with you guys, and then the second one where I have the charts, where I have the maps, the courses, I have the YouTube tab where I read the chat. And so if you are using two monitors, every time you try to exit the window that you are scaling, you can't. Basically, your mouse gets stuck on the border and you need to press window key or something to get out of it. And as soon as you hit the window key, the scaling stops, which is fine, but I'm not sure how is that going to affect streaming and all that stuff. I need to test again. And maybe that's just some limitation of whatever, my usage. I don't know, but still. The program is good, but it's really, really good if you already have a constant output of frame rate. If your frame rate is like on the lower 30s, like mine, for example, it's not really a problem solver, unfortunately. Portugal 3-0. Whoa, they are on fire. You know, here in Portugal, people love football. They really, really love it, and they will be very happy about it. When they scored the first goal, you wrote me, ShayTP, I literally heard people screaming inside the building where I live. So it's a part of the culture right here. And by the way, we've reached the valley, which is not very far from the first airstrip where we stopped. Love the scenery changes. Niels, including a known goal, apparently? Oh, really? Oh, poor guys. You know, we cheer for the guys who win, but man, it sucks to lose as well. And you know what's worse? It's worse when they come back. For instance, let's say they get eliminated from the championship or some stuff, and they go home. They must be feeling pretty bad already, and then the own home fans start like shouting really bad stuff and throwing stuff. Sometimes this happens I see on the TV, and that's so bad. Like, let the guys be. They should be so stressed and so sad already. Don't make things worse for them already. Yeah, people have no idea, I think. What headwind do you have? Headwind, is that headwind or that's heading? Heading right now, I'm still following the 335 radial. It looks like I have a slight tailwind from the back. But so far so good. I'm 8 miles out of the VOR. So soon I will have to adjust my course and my heading, and also the weather in front of me is a little bit worrying because we have some high terrain in front of us, and like literally terrain at 8,000 feet, 9,000 feet, 10,000 feet and higher. So I'm thinking what to do here. What do you do at Kua VOR? Probably gonna have to climb. Guys, how about we fly direct to the Mexico VOR over the main airport? How about that? And then from that VOR we fly to Atizapán de Zaragoza and we do the approach for runway 22. What do you guys think? I think that could be pretty interesting. You know what, Niels? What I'm gonna be doing. Let's see if there's any traffic. Yeah, there are people on that sim, but I think if we overfly the airport, that should be pretty okay. So I'm 3 miles out. I'm literally overflying the VOR right now. I'm gonna try tuning in Mexico VOR 115.9. Let me see. Wait. 159. Yeah, it's 159. No, I'm not catching it right now. So, I am going to be flying course 340. 340 out of here. And then I'm going to switch over to Mexico VOR, descend over there and do the final approach. Also, I really want to climb, so I'm going to add a bit of mixture, open a bit of cowling flaps, apply manifold pressure of 32, give up some RPM, and we need to start climbing. Let's go climb. And Niels, of course it doesn't help with the internal X-plane rate. That's still up to Lambda research to implement the performance improvements. I look forward to them, although it mostly is quite fine here, FPS-wise. Yes, it is a lot better than it was, but it still needs improvement. And that's exactly what I'm waiting for on their side. That's the only thing. Like, literally, it's the only request on my side. And now we've gone full-blown IFR. And I really want to climb because we have some high terrain in front of us. And I don't want to crash my my Seneca into the mountain. It looks like I see something. But I am not 100% sure we're going to be able to visually go through. So I'm going to keep going up now. Oh, you got me on TCAS. Oh, yeah. Wait, can I see you? I don't see you. Man, this turbulence, though, is not helping. I will be climbing to 13,500 feet to begin with. Yeah, I'm thinking. Right now I'm thinking. Maybe we can break through, but I don't think so. No, those clouds are sitting at the edge of the mountain. We need to keep climbing. That's fine. Here I am on the radial. Just keep going up. Lean DGT. I'll be climbing 13.5. And then I will be descending. But I'm going to tell you when I will be descending. 17 miles from the Mexico VOR. I will start down. Now the area where I will be crossing maximum elevation is close to 11,000? 11 or 12,000 feet, so I'm gonna keep climbing right now. Also, we're close to 10C, so pitot heat is coming on. Last thing I want to happen right now is to lose my airspeed indicator. Yeah, see, there's no way we're gonna be close to the ground and to cross that part right there. Still following the radial though. Let's try 115.9. No, that's weird. Still can't catch the Mexico VOR. 15.9. I'm gonna put 115.9 on the nav2. So we're gonna be able to see right here if it comes to life or not. The visibility is not bad though. Look, I like the colors. I like the orange colors. So good. And by the way, there are huge volcanoes close to Mexico City, which is something that I was expecting to see, but because of the weather, that's impossible to do. So we're gonna have to save that for a later flight. Now I'm gonna keep reading the chat. All right, so Poland is already out of the tournament. A bit of a surprise. I think Poland was one of the newer, stronger teams, I think. Right? I don't know. Plane spotting from above. ShayTP, oh yes. Where's Niels? Niels is still in front of me. That is good. I don't see him. Probably inside the clouds. Let me try 115.9. Yay, there we go. Mexico VOR is online. 115.9. What distance are we off? No readout yet. There's 11,000 feet. Keep climbing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Bit of turbulence, watch out that speed. Yeah, the VOR is still not very well received. I'm gonna keep the other one 16.3 for now. 11.5. Alright, hardware, CPU, GPU and such. Oh yes, they need to improve that stuff. You have to try lossless scaling. It doubles your FPS by using AI. I got the program. It's just that I don't think it's really that worth it. Oh, and there's the high terrain. See guys, that's exactly why we climbed. Look, we are approaching 12,000 feet. And hello, high mountain. Literally. Let me just see the QNH here. 1027. Let's set 1027 just to make sure that I set everything correctly. Load the radial. And this should be enough altitude to cross because that's the higher point. I'm gonna maintain 12.5 because we are VFR. VFR in the clouds, of course. with horizontal separation of loud and clear. With a horizontal separation of 1,500 meters from any cloud and a vertical separation of 1,000 feet and a visibility of 8 kilometers or more, of course. We're flying VFR right here. That's basically the minimums, the VFR minimums to fly VFR. Alright, 12.5. This looks good. I think I can stabilize myself here. Let's go back to 28. Manifold pressure, RPM back to 2,200. Lean the engines, close the cowling flaps. Trim the airplane. There we go. Alright, now I should be able to switch to Mexico VOR just fine. And as soon as we cross this mountain, which actually I am very thankful for being able to see it, we should be able to start a very shallow descent to break through the clouds, overfly the international airfield. Yeah, we can absolutely break through. Good, but this was a good call to climb. Good. Very good. I'm happy. Still on the radial. And let me lower the manifold pressure to 25. Couple of clicks, trim down, start descending. Now remember, Atisapan de Saragossa has an elevation of 8,120 feet. That means I'm not going to be lowering myself below 9,100 feet, no matter what. At least for the approach, let's say for the circuit part. But I want to maintain myself at 10,000, at least 10,000 when overflying the international airport. There we go, 19 miles. This looks good, still on the radial. Good stuff. Couple of clicks of trim down and just leave it flying. Gonna gain some speed and hopefully break through the clouds, overfly the field. There should be a couple of guys there. Yep. American 502 and a Mexican... Not Mexicana, but the other one. What's the airline? It's the Mexican airline, the big one. Aeromexico, I think. Should be Aeromexico 687. Nice. Alright, flying good on the radial. After this one, we could go into radial 300 for Atisapan de Saragossa, and then it will be visual approach. 16 miles out. So according to my calculations, if we wouldn't be able to see the ground, I would be starting my descent right here. So we are all good. ShayTP, are we flying over the VOR? Yes, we're going to be overflying the VOR because I'm going to be overflying the field, the airport. The international, not our destination, but the international one. We're going to be teasing the police. And Niels, who's flying in front of us. Keeping a nice descent. Temps are all good. Pressures are all good. Could pull the prop a little bit back. Not exactly 2,200. There we go. It's just lovely. No autopilot, no problems. Super stable aircraft. Just stream it correctly. That's 11,000. We are 12 miles off the field. For going back, we will need to climb at least up to 12,500 to clear the mountain around the Valley of Mexico. Well, we already did that. Yay. Looks like I studied. I think Iceman must be watching the stream a little bit before what's going on right now, or it's coming with delay, because we climbed to exactly 12,500, I think. I did my homework. That's what I really love about flying. You do all your preparation, and then it goes to plan, and that's very cool. Alright, now we're inside the cloud. I'm going to follow the radial. This turbulence is not very helpful because it's rocking me left and right, keeping me slightly off course. We are approaching 10,000, still no breakthrough, which is not very good. Lowest I can go is 9,200 or 9,100. Awesome proof. Niels, are you having some turbulence, or are you flying really low to the ground? 7 miles to go. That's 10,000. Oh, I see something. Yeah, perfect. All right. Looks like a breakthrough. Woof. Okay, wow. Just as we passed 10,000 feet, that was close. Oh boy, look at this turbulence. That's not me. I'm not touching the controls. See? I'm not touching. Awesome. So Niels is breaking through the clouds as well. That is good. 5 miles to go. So I'm going to be setting up course 300 for Atisapan. There we go. Clear of the clouds. Beautiful. See the field. Now we can go visual. Add back the power to 28. Let's go 9.5. Maintain 9.5. Fantastic stuff. Trim the aircraft. Power is good. A bit too lean on the engines. We're gonna fly in the same VOR, just change the course to 300. So really simple from now. And if I am not mistaken...
City traffic, American 502, taxiing to runway 5 right via Bravo, Bravo 3, will cross 5 left. Mexico City traffic.
That's the mountain where we have to head. So as we need to go for runway 22, I'm going to aim for this part right here, and then the runway is on the other end of that mountain. Also, look at this. Isn't this amazing? Where's that American taxiing? Look at him. Wait, screenshots. There's the American. And where was the other guy? There he is. 737s. Good stuff. Alright, I am descending slightly, but that's okay. Let's descend to 9,200 feet. And I will maintain that altitude until the very end. Niels, if you have ortho or something, you see this mountain right here? I'm pretty sure that Atisapan de Saragossa is behind this mountain, because I remembered all these hangars are located there. So yeah, that's basically my aim. And the course is going there too, so looks pretty right. Standard scenery. Okay, then it's gonna be a little bit more complex. But yeah, heading 300 should put you there. Heading or course. Course 300 should put you exactly over the field. Exactly, yes. Mike, Juliet, Charlie.
Mexico City traffic, American 502, crossing runway 5 left at Bravo 3, Mexico City.
Good stuff. Let me see if I see you. You should be in front of me, but I don't see you. Yeah, I am pretty sure that's where we're going. Whoa, 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 that's updraft.
And Mexico City traffic, American 502, clear 5 left, Mexico City.
Alright, very good. I'm gonna turn on the landing lights already, so I don't need to remember about them later. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's around this area right
Mexico
here.
City traffic, American 502, lining up runway 5 right, gonna be departing for the north, Mexico City traffic.
Good stuff. Right, soon I'm gonna have to start slow down and do our approach. The airport is at 50 miles out of Mexico VOR. So we are 7 miles out right now, approximately halfway. Let's maintain the 9,200. Really don't want to go lower than that. Temps are all good. Still have enough fuel. And the runway is going to be 22. So let me set the heading bug at 22 so I have a visual reference approximately. What's the direction I'm going to have to turn? Now I am maintaining this distance on purpose. And there is the lake, that is correct. So the lake is going to be a visual reference for me as I'm going to start approaching. Should be able to barely see the airport soon. So flying relatively fast. Let's start slowing down. Pull the throttle back a little bit without descending. Just let the airspeed bleed out. In case if I go around, full power and then a left turn back to from where we came. Maintain the 9,200 feet. Oh man, I feel like this is going to be the most difficult approach we're going to be doing because it's slightly turbulent. We are very heavy, very high altitude. This is going to be challenging, guys. This is where the real challenge is. There's the airport. We can see it. Beautiful.
Traffic American 502, clear runway 5 right, last call, Mexico City.
Alright, 125, let's go. Gear down. Props and mixture full. Let's switch off the headset. I see the runway. Let's open the cowling flaps. Slightly descending, I don't want that. Cowling flaps are open. Let's start a very shallow turn. Yeah, we need to start turning. Can lose just a tiny bit of altitude. Beautiful, oh my god, this is so nice. Let's go flaps 20. Excellent, this is exactly what I needed. And there's the runway. Let's go for the 90 knots. We are on final flaps. Whoa, 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 whoa. Nice and easy. Maintain the vertical speed minus 500. So gear is down, 3 green, props and mixture forward, lights are on, we're all good. Need to find a new trim, here it is. There we go. "90 knots, slightly high now, let's correct that. I wish you could landing to everybody, guys. Still a bit high. Let's take out a bit of power. There's 90 knots. Now we're good. Minus 500. That's what I want. It's a bit turbulent. Bit high, correcting. That's better. Oh boy. It's gonna be sketchy. Now I like where I am. 85 on the speed, looking good. Tip the throttle. And that's a touchdown. Ooh, boy. Slowly on the brakes, slowly on the brakes, slowly on the brakes, slowly on the brakes, slowly on the brakes. Oh my god. Cooler, how are you? Welcome to the stream. You just catch the landing, final landing. Oh my god, this was intense. Transponder to standby. Whoops. Let's turn here. And we landed with a tailwind, guy. Oh boy. With a tailwind. Alright, let's vacate the runway. Switch off strobes, switch off one of the landing lights. Oh, clear on the left. It's clear on the right. There is Niels. Wait. Let's park on the same position, close to the other Seneca. Cooler, was it a theater? And then trains got delayed on the way back. I watched a little on the train, but with the sound off. What are you carrying? Oh, that's a very interesting. I am carrying something very suspicious, but I don't know what it is. Nobody knows. It's all part of the imagination. Thanks for tuning by. There is Niels coming for a nice approach. We're gonna be parking just in time to see. Oh boy, he's diving. Man, flying a heli is so much difficult than flying a plane. No way I would be able to do that. And no marshaller, no problems. External marshaller. And that's about right. Set parking brake. Let's leave the engines at the 1000 RPM. Where is Niels? Did he land? Where is? Oh, here it is. Nice. The police is following us. Okay, let's go 1000 RPM. Oof, that was a harsh landing. I catched it at the very last time. 1000 RPM. Let's go. Transponder off. Avionics off. Lights off. No, wait. Leave the beacon. The rest can go off. Just wait 2 seconds. Ah, guys, we made it. SHTP, you missed it. Oh, it's fine. But the landing was good. We had a tailwind and all, but I think it was good. Right, avionics are off. Lights are off. Both engines are stopped. Magneto's off. I forgot to switch off the pitot heat again. Beacon light off. Alternator, master. This is all fine. This is all fine. Let's switch this back to takeoff trim. Fuel cut off. And I've opened the latch. Open the door. Oh boy. That's Captain Iceman waiting for me. Beautiful flights. Thank you, Flight Vision. This was absolutely great. Let's set the chocks on. Let's open the passenger door. So there's Niels landing. Nice. Let's open the passenger door so the guys can get the product out of the plane. Also, here's a cool thing, guys. Check this out. So we landed above maximum landing weight with a very aft CG. Check this out. If we start offloading the plane, look. How's that? That's an offloaded plane for you. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's set pitot heat cover. Engine covers are set. The chocks are set. The rest is good. Let's take a look at the oil. I'm curious. Did we burn much of the oil or not? Yeah, we actually burned a few. Now I see why you call the Seneca Tamagotchis. That you have to feed with oil. Yeah, we burned a little. Also, is this supposed to be blue? I'm not so sure. If I go external view. Aha, external view is actually good. Alright. This is good to know. So. Oh, wait, guys. Maybe we should try to look at the replay of this landing. How about that? Let me go in real quick into the FPO and show you Valenta. Here's the review of the flight. So our nice departure out of Santa Cruz Valley and a nice climb out where we followed the radial off to Cuernavaca VOR. Actually, that was not Cuernavaca VOR, that was another one, but still. And then we flew an outbound radial. We did a climb to 12 and something thousand feet to enter the Mexico Valley, and then we descended to 9,100, overflew Mexico City Airport. Really nice, catch that American on the frequency, and did a nice visual approach. Look at this, fantastic. And I guess wait, who guessed? ShayTP, you guessed -76. Whatever you guessed, Valenta didn't write it, so you can assume that you were correct. What the hell is this sound? Is this rain? I heard. It sounded like rain. Kind of sounds like rain, but I don't see any rain. Anyways, let's try to watch the replay. Niels, I'm gonna be losing you because I'm gonna get out of VATSIM, but thank you very much for being our police escort. Definitely helped out to protect the product that I was delivering. You can see the same effect with the other aircraft. I once let the torque see my Islanders sit on the apron during freezing rain. As time passed, the aircraft increasingly settled. Wow. In the gear struts. Explain for the win. Absolutely. And this airplane burns oil. Gutsy flying over the international airport with this cargo. We had police escort. We could do it. We absolutely could do it. Okay, I'm gonna try to turn on the replay. If it's gonna crash, well then I'm sorry. If it's gonna work, then it's gonna be insane, because we're gonna be able to see our landing here. Let's try. Okay, so far so good. I'm gonna let it roll a little bit. Now I'm gonna hit pause, and then I'm gonna move this thing. Please don't crash. Okay, so far so good. So far so good. The doors are closed. The engines are spinning. Looks like we are in business. Yay! Okay, we're gonna be able to watch the replay. That's excellent stuff. So, where do we set our spotter camera? Let's be here. We're gonna be a very tall guy. Oh man, that was really nice. All right, let's watch this. I think that was pretty okay. The problem is, from this view, I couldn't really see, so let's try another angle, like this here. Oh man, with the tailwind, overweight, on the aft limit. Damn it. Bad camera view again. This is bad for me. I am a photographer. Come on. And I should get the angles right. All right, let's use this angle here. This should work. Oh, that was pretty sweet. Let's do one last time, but from the runway view from the back. Yeah, it's literally raining. We got back in time just to not catch the rain. Okay, now let me level with the runway. Like, this should be enough. Move this back. Yeah, that was great. I'll totally take that, whatever it was. But this is fantastic. Awesome, guys. Do you want me to leave it on the replay, maybe from wing view or something? I don't know, I have a couple of views. It's a bit loud. Maybe this view right here. Now it's loud. Okay, I'm gonna just... Oh no, I broke it. Of course I had to break it. No! Explain replay. Oh, that's so sad. No. Anyways, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you everybody for the support. It makes me really happy that you enjoyed this other than airliner stream. It was really fun. It's okay, you unloaded the plane already. Yeah. Oh boy. Speaking of Mexico, you're getting tacos after this. That sounds tasty. Good choice. Butter emoji. Yeah, that one will be happening. That's on the list. Aircrafting up. Guys, thank you very much for all the support. I hope you enjoyed this very much. I surely did. Hope to see you next week. Oh, I don't know yet what are we going to be doing next week. A new version of the DC-3 came out, so I was really thinking of going for the DC-3, but at the same time, I fixed the 757, so I don't know. Anyways, that's going to be for the next week. Guys, thank you very much. See you there. Stay awesome. Bye-bye.